Hello, wonderful people of the internet. After two sweet recipes, I thought it was time for something savory. Now, I find that food is a great way to show affection to someone. You're taking care of them, giving them a positive experience, as well as showing that you do, in fact, know how to adult. Therefore, I thought I would share a pasta dish that is quick and easy to make, even easier to like, and still seems quite fancy. Pasta is a great date night meal because almost everyone loves pasta, while the sauce is delicious enough to communicate that you put in the effort. So, when social distancing is over and you can invite your date home, or the next time you want to do something special for your someone special, you can whip up this dinner, light some candles, and enjoy a lovely meal together. For the pasta, you'll need spaghetti, olive oil, onion, chili, cherry tomatoes, zucchini, frozen or fresh asparagus beans or green beans, white wine, pesto, I used a homemade wild garlic variant, heavy cream or a vegan alternative like the Oatly oat cream, pre-cooked shrimp or ASC certified scampi, or chicken or a vegan alternative if you want a different type of protein, salt and pepper, and some lemon for flavoring. To start, get your pasta water boiling. Then take your onion and chop it into small cubes. Now, I'm going to show you a trick that has really helped me in cooking because you use so much onion and chopping it can be a hassle. It might be that everybody else already knew this, but I didn't learn it until I was in my 20s. So if you have always struggled with onion chopping, I got you. First, slice it in appropriately sized slices this way. Then set it down and slice it in appropriate slices lengthwise. Oops, slippery. Now you simply slice the standard way like this and you come away with the perfect cubes. And if you're wondering how I do it so darn fast, I totally sped this clip up. I do not have that kind of nice skills. When your onion is done, you're going to bring it in a separate board and chop up your chili so you avoid the everything is spicy mess. When that's nice and sliced, you can put it together with the onion and move it over for your zucchini. Zucchini contains a lot of important minerals like potassium, a bit of protein, and fiber. Chop that up in cubes a bit bigger than your onion, so it doesn't become too soggy when frying. Then you take your cherry tomatoes, pre-washed of course, and slice them in half. The tomatoes add a lot of umami and sweetness to this dish, as well as pretty color and plenty of vitamins. Health candy. Finally, prep your other ingredients, cutting the lemon in half and opening your oat cream so that everything is ready for the frying pan, as this makes things easier in assembly. I use oat cream because it has less saturated fats than heavy cream and also reduces my dairy use. Yay! Then make sure you have your pesto ready. This is my wild garlic pesto. Let me know if you want the recipe for that. Pesto has plenty of protein and unsaturated fats from the oil and pine nuts, as well as minerals and vitamins from the herbs. Finally, check that all your asparagus beans are the same length. I use frozen because they keep for long without losing any nutrients, but fresh work too. By now your pasta water should be boiling, so add a generous pinch or two of salt. I heard a chef say once that the pasta water should be salty like the ocean. Then toss your spaghetti in. Get in there. So stubborn. Okay, you want to be a tough guy? Well, let's see how tough you are. I'll make you sleep with the fishes. After you have intimidated your spaghetti, leave it to cook until al dente. Meanwhile, heat a big frying pan and pour in some solid glugs of good olive oil. Is that a valid measurement? Glugs? Oh. Then add your onion and chili, frying at medium-high. In most dishes, I would add garlic as well, but since the pesto has plenty of that, I'm skipping it in this dish. Let the onions soften and get nice and aromatic, mixing them about a bit so they don't get browned. At this point, my pasta was ready, so if yours is too, then drain the water and add back to the empty casserole, mixing in a bit of oil to prevent from sticking to each other too much. Now it's time to add your halved tomatoes so they can get a bit warmed up and sizzling before you add your wine. Any dry, cheap white wine will do. Most of the alcohol evaporates, so don't expect to get boozy off of this dish, and that leaves tons of flavor. Some nice glugs of that, mix it all together, then it's time for some spices. I went with a couple of sprinkles of oregano and fresh ground black pepper, keeping it simple as there is so much flavor in the pesto. Then you can add the zucchini and asparagus beans, tossing everything together for a bit so the flavors begin to mix. All the beautiful colors! I love when my food is colorful, and naturally colorful food is also usually a sign that you're eating healthy. This dish is no exception, so if your day is health conscious, you can brag of this nutritional content. Bam! Food that makes you feel good right there. Leave everything to simmer for a couple of minutes until the zucchini starts to look lightly cooked but still firm. Now it's time for the pesto. I used about 4 generous tablespoons. If you want a more subtle flavor, you can go for less. Get everybody nice and mixed up and coated. I wish you could smell this. It smells so good. Then add a couple of squeezes of lemon, lifting the flavor with some acidity and making it a little bit lighter, which is nice as we will be adding our oat cream. Oh my god, look at that. So decadent. I'm so excited to eat this. Finally, top it off with your shrimp or scampi. I use the ASC certified scampi. Is that the way you say it in English? On this occasion, but usually I would use shrimp as they are often more sustainably sourced and taste just as good in this dish. When everything is nice and mixed, taste the sauce to see how it's doing. Mine needed a touch more lemon as well as a touch more chili, so I added some spicy pimenton and chili powder for a bit of sting. Look at that. So nice. Finally, add your pasta so it can be coated in all that delicious sauce. And try not to spill if your frying pan is as full as mine. Now you can transfer onto a plate for serving. I like to dress the plate with a simple mix of salad to complement the dish and make everything look fresh. The crunch of baby lettuce also complements the softness of the pasta well. Now, you aren't going to get any fancy serving tips from me, and that way my food is like a favorite wool sweater. It's comfortable, not very dressy, but it's good for you and it feels great. And that is the final step, tasting. Because life is too short for mediocre tasting food. So let's see here. Oh yeah, this dish passes. This pasta says love and care and comfort. So get going and make this for your special someone to make them swoon. Or maybe share the video with your special someone and ask them to make it for you. Remember to press subscribe if you want more recipes and let me know in the comments if you have any questions or thoughts. Now enjoy!